Hello, welcome back to Thursday, Sunday. That meant to be a fake cough, but it was a real cough because I'm kind of sick. So, welcome back to Sunday. On this channel, usually I post on Thursdays, but school got in the way and, life, so I have to post on Sunday today. But next Thursday, you will see my face on Thursday. Sorry if my voice is a little raspy or a little stuffy. I'm sick currently, but I've got my cup of tea, so hopefully I don't sound like super horrible. But today I thought I would share with you guys some tips and tricks and just like my the way that I do concerts, just like concert tips, everything that you need to know about getting tickets before the concert and then going to the concert. So I guess first we'll start off with, before you go, you need to get tickets. And the things you need to know about getting tickets are, first off, you need to know where your tickets, where you're supposed to buy your tickets from, because there are two main websites that do tickets, but then there are a couple other like websites like Live Nation that might do tickets. The two main ones are Ticketmaster, which is where most of the tickets will come from, but another one is ASX or AXS. I think it's ASX. I've never bought from them because luckily all of my tickets have been sold on Ticketmaster or Live Nation. But make sure you check where your venue's tickets are being sold, because I know a couple places, I think like Atlanta and maybe Dallas for ATs are being sold on ASX. So just make sure that you check where you need to go to buy your tickets. So after you've checked that and it's the day the tickets go on sale, one good thing is you need good Wi-Fi. So like if you're in college like me and your school is known for not having very good like Wi-Fi, I would either, the two things that I have done are go to a cafe off campus, or I go to one of our computer labs, because that place, it doesn't have a lot of people in it, the one that I usually use, but it also, the computers are plugged into the Wi-Fi through the Ethernet, so it is a much stronger connection. If you don't have the chance to do an Ethernet, or like your home Wi-Fi isn't very good, I would definitely try a cafe that has free Wi-Fi, but make sure that there aren't a lot of people in that cafe, because the more people there are, the more people are using the Wi-Fi and the slower it'll be. I usually use about 2 or 3 devices. I usually always use a computer and my phone to get tickets, and then possibly another computer, but it just gets kind of confusing, and you have to have separate accounts. You cannot be logged in, at least with Ticketmaster. I'm really only speaking for Ticketmaster because I've only bought from Ticketmaster, but you have to have separate accounts when you go to buy these tickets, because if you are logged into the same account on 2 or 3 different devices, it'll like error, because it sounds like a scam. Like it sounds like you, like somebody stole your account and is trying to buy tickets. So make sure that you have different accounts. You can have the same card loaded onto different accounts, you just have to have different accounts per each device. Make sure that you get onto the website at least an hour before tickets go on sale, just so that like I don't know exactly if it helps or not, but it's never hurt me to do this, so I always like to get on there at least an hour before, just so like the website knows that your IPS is looking to buy tickets. And then usually about 30 minutes before tickets go on sale, I see if there's a queue to enter. If there's not a queue to enter, I would refresh it about every 10 minutes up until the 10-minute mark. Usually between 30 and 10 minutes, a queue will open. And if the queue doesn't open 10 minutes before the concert or the tickets go on sale, do not refresh, because that is basically your queue, is you being on this page. Sometimes the queue will start immediately when tickets go on sale, so the longer you've been on the website, the easier it'll be for you to get on the queue. Once you're in the queue, do not refresh, because then you'll be kicked to the back. So once you're in and you've got you got in the queue and then they put you in there, make sure that you are getting tickets that you can afford and that you want, because if you choose tickets that you don't want or find out that you can't afford, and you have to give those tickets up, you will be kicked back to the back of the queue again. You can't get tickets, say that you want these tickets, and then say, oh, I can't do this, and then go back. Because once you've said that you got them, you've left the ticket deciding area and somebody else is in there, so you'll be kicked to the back. When I say that you can't afford it, I know like if tickets go on sale for like $150 and like you have $150 that you could spend, that's great, but Ticketmaster, especially Ticketmaster, I don't know about ASX, but most ticketing places will have a fee. That's how they make their money. And depending on how expensive it is and how many people want these tickets, the fee for Ticketmaster can get really expensive. Like the fee for Ticketmaster can go upwards of $20. I always like to add at least $20 to $30 to my spending allowance for fees, just because they can get kind of expensive. You got your tickets, yay, exciting! What I like to do when I get my ticket is I like to take a picture of where I'm sitting, post it onto my Twitter so that my mutuals and my friends who are going can see where I'm sitting, see if we're sitting next to each other. Another tip is to buy your light stick before the concert, because you never know if the venue is going to sell out. Bigger groups like 17, GOT7, BTS, they'll have enough light sticks left over. They are usually really, really good about bringing enough light sticks for the people that want light sticks. But I know Monsta X sold out. Luckily I had bought theirs before the concert, but one that I couldn't buy before the concert because it was a last minute thing, me going to this concert, was Day 6. I couldn't buy their light band before the concert, and so I was like, if we get there really early, then there totally would be enough light sticks left over, you know, like I'm totally sure if we get there early. We got there super early. We got there 2 hours before the doors even opened. And we were waiting in line. It was raining. It was ridiculous, whatever. We get inside. We learned that that Live Nation had only brought 10 light bands. 10 whole light bands for this venue of 1,000 people. So I did not get a light band. It's not the end of the world, but I was disappointed. So if you want the light stick, I recommend buying it beforehand. Another thing you can do is some tours will have you can buy like a pre-order for their merch. So like with Monsta X, I pre-ordered this picket because like I said, I don't trust the places to have enough of the merch that I want. Another thing before the concert is I like to join a Facebook group that is specifically for my concert stop. Because it'll have information on the banner project usually. That's usually on Facebook and on Twitter. And so there you can donate to help fund the banner project. And then depending on how much you donate, then you get like some freebies sometimes, which is really fun. So you'll know about that. And then you'll also know about people who are selling merch beforehand. So you can order it and then pick it up at the venue, because a lot of the times you're not allowed to sell your merch at the venue, but if you pre-order it, you're just giving it out. See what I mean? So like when I went to Monsta X, I pre-ordered this banner and I picked it up at the venue. I was selling my homemade pickets at this concert, and I didn't think to do a lot of pre-ordering. I said people could buy at the concert, and then I got in trouble and was told to stop selling them, so I had to basically give them all away. So make sure that you know what your venue's policies are with selling and purchasing goods outside of the venue. And then also, if you wanted to, you can make your own merch. So I made, my friends and I, pickets for the 17 concert that we went to. This was one I made myself, and I made my friends some other, like, their biases. My next before the concert tip is, some people like to plan their outfits. I'm one of those people that likes to plan their outfits out and make sure that I have a cute concert look for pictures and meeting friends and things like that. So I like to get a Pinterest board started. I currently have a Pinterest board of my 80s concert looks that I might want to play around with. I would show you, but it's on my phone. I'm recording on my phone. But I usually pick like a couple different like looks I want to go for and just scroll through Pinterest and look at inspiration for those. And when you're planning your concert outfit, choose comfortable shoes. I don't care how cute these like 3-inch heels are, you are going to hate yourself by the end of the night. I promise you. Do not wear new shoes. Make sure that if you buy new shoes, you buy them in advance so that you can break them in to wear to the concert. Because my friend has made that mistake of wearing brand new shoes to a concert. We went to Pit BTS and her feet were bleeding by the end of the night. I have made the mistake of wearing heels to a concert. My feet were in so much pain after 17 because I wore heels. And I thought I was gonna be fine, and I wasn't. So make sure that you are wearing comfortable shoes that you know will not hurt you. Fila's or like those big sneakers are a great concert shoe because they're fashionable but also very comfortable. Vans, Converse, just like any flat foot shoe that you know is broken in and not going to hurt you are perfect. So my last tip for before the concert is check your venue's policies on bags and banners. Bags, every venue has a bag policy. Every single one does, I promise you. And usually they have to be pretty small. They have to be about, I think like 6 by 11 or something. They have to be pretty tiny. But then also check if your concert, the specific concert, has a bag policy. Because BTS Speak Yourself concert at Soldier Field had its own bag policy that you had to follow. It had a clear bag policy. Also, policies on banners. Like I said, banners are sold, tickets are sold, things like that. This is a average ticket size for any concert. This is the same size of the tickets that were sold for 17 Ode to You tour, but those tickets were only sold at Korean stops. But you can order stuff from Korea, you can have your friends who live there, or you can do a group order and buy the tickets. So a lot of people had bought the tickets that were specifically for this tour to bring to the US stops. Chicago had no problem. I saw a lot of people with their tickets from this tour, bringing them in and everything. But I think it was either Dallas or Houston where people brought in their tickets from this tour. It was from the Ode to You tour. They were just only sold in Korea, and they were throwing them out. These tickets, I don't know how much they cost, but usually tickets cost between $15 to $25, and then you have to ship them over, which is international shipping, which is ridiculously expensive. And they were thrown away because they didn't fit the ticket guidelines. They weren't allowed in the venue. These people didn't let them go, put them back in their cars, they threw them away. So make sure you check your bag policy, but also check the banner policy, because sometimes banners aren't allowed. That was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that. Usually they'll take away, if somebody brings a huge sign or a light up sign, they'll take those away. That's the first time I've ever heard of people throwing away this size of banner picket thing. The last category, the day of the concert. So you wake up and you know you're gonna see your faves today. What do? So my thing that I like to do, I like to wake up early so that I can get ready and then leave early, because I like to be at the concert venue early. If that's not your thing, that's totally fine. Do you, sweetie. But specifically, especially if you have like GA tickets or soundcheck tickets, you want to get in early if you want a good seat. So you can camp out if you want. For BTS, we went at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning to line up, and we still got really good seats for Love Yourself. What I like to do is I like to get up early and do my whole thing so that I know that my makeup looks good, my jewelry is on, my hair looks good, and my clothes are good. Because I'm just I like to look really nice for these concerts, so I like to take my time and do that. A list of things that you should have in your bag at a K-pop concert. If you have a light stick, batteries, and extra batteries, because you never know if batteries are gonna run out or if they're a defaulty battery and it just doesn't work out. So make sure you have batteries and extra batteries. Next thing that you're gonna need to bring is obviously your phone, because you want to be able to contact people, or if your tickets are on your phone, you wanna make sure that's there. If you have a portable phone charger, make sure you bring that as well, because especially if you get there really early in the day, your phone is definitely going to die by the concert, and you want your phone obviously to take pictures and videos, but also at the end, if you lose your friends in the crowd of people leaving, you're gonna need to have your phone in case anything happens. You're gonna need to have your phone for emergencies. So yeah, phone charger, extra batteries, and then you're gonna need money. So obviously you're gonna need your card because everybody has a card, but I highly recommend bringing at least $20 to $60 in cash, because sometimes the card readers don't work because they're kind of, at some venues they're just a cheapy card reader. So make sure that you bring money in case the card readers aren't working and you want to get merch. But also at some concerts people can get around the loophole of not being able to sell things. At Got7, people were selling things in the parking garage across the street. So I got a cute little picket, some photo cards, things like that. People are so if people are selling, you're gonna want to have to bring cash, because a lot of people won't take Venmo, because I remember there specifically the parking garage was really bad with the internet and the reception, so Venmo and PayPal weren't working very well, so you had to have cash in order to buy stuff. So it's always good to have card and cash on you. So then the concert starts, and I just want you to have fun. You know, if you want to record videos, but also remember to just live in the moment and enjoy being there with your favorite people, and your group or your solo artist is just there in front of you doing what they love for you. And it's just a great experience. So make sure that you cherish it and you have a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope this helped a lot. Let me know if any of these tips work for you, or if you have any tips of your own, leave them in the comments, because share the wealth, you know, if you have tips at work. Thank you so much. Have a great day.